Hello, my name is Carleen from Onyx Marketing Mix, and in this video I wanted to talk to you about dental Facebook audience research. Now, doing research on your audience before you set up your ad is actually the foundation to your whole advertising campaign. Now, one of the first things you want to do as a dentist is just decide on what service you want to promote. Now, it might be teeth whitening, implants, excuse me, braces, veneers, crowns, dentures, fillings, bridges, tooth extraction, root canal, dental hygiene, or bone grafts, just to name a few. So one of the best things to do is just decide on one service that you'd like to promote, as opposed to having an ad that's very general and is promoting your whole practice. So let's go for teeth whitening. Now, once you've decided on the service that you want to promote, the next thing you want to do is think about who might want that service. And this is who you want to target for that service. So what I would suggest is just really brainstorming everyone who you could think of who might want teeth whitening. So one group of people are brides. Everyone likes to have a nice smile for their wedding day, as well as grooms for the obvious reason, for the same reason. Actresses, models, speakers, presenters, basically anyone in the public eye. These people might be interested in having teeth whitening, and of course people who are of the general public. Those people will also may also be interested in teeth whitening. And so you would do an ad specifically for each of these groups, and then for the general public you would do an ad specifically for them. So let's talk about brides. Now, one of the other things that you want to do to actually help you with the targeting is just think of all the things a bride will need for her wedding day. So, of course, she'll need a wedding dress, she'll need some nice shoes, a beautician to do her nails and feet, hairdresser, and of course a makeup artist, just to name a few things that a bride might need. So here we have just a very short list of the things that a bride will need, or things that surrounds a bride on her wedding day or when she's preparing for her wedding. So brainstorm and try and make this list as long as possible. For the purposes of this video, I've just made it short. Oh, and I forgot hen night. So hen night organizers, there may be groups of people who will actually help a bride to organize her hen night. And again, you would do the same for a groom. Think of everything that a groom may need or want for his wedding day, and make a list, and try to make this list as long as possible. Now, the next thing you want to do is think of the wedding itself and all the services that will be surrounding a wedding, such as the venue, caterers, the cake, of course, wedding planners, the wedding car, of course, stationery, invitation cards, etc., honeymoon packages, so travel agents that do honeymoon packages, florists. And again, this list isn't complete or exhaustive. This is just a list that I've put together for the purpose of this video. So, ways to actually reach your target market. Now, you've actually done half of the work by looking at services or things that a bride would want, a groom would want, things that will actually surround the wedding itself. So now what you want to do is go online and look for any sites that you can find to do with wedding dresses, to do with wedding shoes, beauticians, hairdressers, wedding makeup artists, and of course any hen night organizers. So let's go and do just that. So I'm going to come out of the PowerPoint there and go into Google. So let's type in wedding dresses. See what comes up. So got a number of things here, so let's just go for wedding dresses there. And as you can see, a number of different sites come up, which is great for us, because what you want to do is just copy the link and put it onto a Word document. So you would just go down here and copy as many as possible. I would say try and get at least 20 to 30. Now, usually you wouldn't want to go over to page 2 of Google. You're more interested in what's on page 1. But for the purposes of this research that we're doing, we want to try and get as many sites as possible. So you would go over into page 2 or even into page 3 as well, just so that you can get as many sites as possible. And as I say, just copy these links here and paste them onto a Word document. So as you can see, there's lots of different sites there for wedding dresses. So let's go to wedding shoes. And many of these shops will also do wedding shoes, but let's just type in wedding shoes just to see what comes up. Okay, so you can see many of them are the same places, but they're just given the link to their wedding section. So again, I would go through this and I would make a list, just get as many as possible. At this point, when you're doing your audience research or how you're actually going to access your audience, you really want to try and gather as much information as possible. So if we just go back to our PowerPoint here, we have beautician, hairdresser. Why don't we search that as well? Let's see what comes up. So let's just type in wedding. Did I spell wedding beautician London? Can't spell beautician correctly. Right, okay, so again here you even have beauticians that are specific to Asian brides. If that's a target group that you want to target, then that would be a good site to go to. That would be a good site to include when you're actually running your ads. So here we have hair on our list. This site does hair and makeup. Bridal stylists, I'm sure they'll do all things to do with beauty. So they'll do the nails and the feet, the hair and the hair. And again, you would go down and just get as many links as possible, because this is all part of the research. This is all part of the broader research that you're going to continue doing when you go to Facebook. And hen night organizers. Let's see what comes up for that. Okay. So we'll click on that there, and as you can see, there's a list, another really good list of hen night organizers, unique hen party, etc. You would just copy these links, put them onto a Word document, save them, and keep them for some further research that we'll be doing within Facebook itself later on. Now, those are general sites that you can go to online for weddings and wedding dresses. But what you can also do is go to online magazines. So again, the list is the same: wedding dresses, shoes, beauticians, hairdressers, makeup artists, and there may even be a magazine for hen night organizers. We're going to find out together. So let's go over to Google again. And what you would do here is actually type in magazines, and as you can see, magazines.com comes up. So let's go to that site, and I think the magazines.com, that one might be for America. Let's go for the UK one. Okay, then what you would do here is just type magazines for women, and you can have a look at what comes up. There might be something that hits your eye that you feel might be good. for a bride or for a wedding, digital photographer, for example. But to actually get more specific, what you can do is just go to the address bar here and type in bride and then click search and see what comes up. So here you have a magazine that's called Wedding Ideas, which is fantastic. Wedding Flowers, a specific magazine for wedding flowers. Let's just click here, view all, see what else comes up. Oh, okay, just those two. So then what you would do is just go to the browser and type in Wedding Ideas magazine, and then you get the URL for that site. So again, I would copy that and put that on a Word document. So let's just go back here and see what else we can glean. Again, you would click on Wedding Flowers. So that's Wedding Flowers. So we just go to our tab here, type in Wedding Flowers magazine. And we can get the URL here. And the great thing about that is you'll also see other sites here that you can take down and add to your list. And this is great because it really helps you to target your audience, in this case to target brides. So let's go back here and let's have a look at the other magazine that we saw. Let's have a look at this one and see what comes up. Actually, I'm just going to go back. Going to go back here, and I believe what we had typed was for women and we just typed bride. So let's type wedding and see what comes up. So here's another magazine, Perfect Wedding. Here's one, London Wedding. Berkshire and Bucks Wedding. As you can see, there's lots of different wedding magazines here. So again, what you would do is just click into one so that you can see the full title, and then go to Google, and that one was called Perfect Wedding Magazine. So let's just type that into Google here. So Perfect Wedding Magazine appears here. But again, what Google will do half of your work for you. It will actually show you other magazines. And the great thing about that is you can just copy that link, type it on your Word document, and then we can use that later on when we actually go into Facebook to research our audience there. So let's go back to our PowerPoint, and we've had a look at wedding dresses, we've had a look at weddings, and we've had a look at shoes and brides, had a look at those magazines. And again, you would do the same for beauticians, for hairdresser, for makeup artists, and of course for hen night organizers. And again, you would just try and find as many as possible, because this is what we're going to use to do our research when we go to Facebook to actually build the campaign. Now, where else can you go to actually help you find your target audience online? So, another place you can look, or something else you can look for online, is events. So bridal fairs, bridal events, wedding fairs, wedding events, or if you type in event organizers, they're another place that the bride or groom might go to. So let's go to Google good old Google again, and let's type in bridal fairs and see what comes up. So I'm just going to close these so that I don't get confused. So let's type in bridal fairs and see what comes up. Oh, so bridal fair Hampshire, bridal fair shows and exhibitions. So as you can see, there's quite a few that comes up here. So again, what I would do is just copy the link to all of these and use it in your research later on. And again, you might just want to go over to the second page just to see what's there and just to gather as much information as possible, because these are all places that people are going to, that brides, people who are planning weddings, etc., grooms are going to. So these are the places that you want to go to. These are the places that you're going to actually reach your target audience. And as I was typing there, bridal events came up, and there are events all around the country. So let's just have a look to see what's happening in London, for example. So London wedding fairs, bridal shows and exhibitions. I think we may have seen that one on the other page. So Your London Wedding Magazine, that's another wedding magazine. That's an event in the Excel. So again, as you can see, you've got lots of information here to gather from. So you want to gather the links here and put them onto a Word document. Now, doing all of this research can take a lot of time, but it's really valuable, and this will really pay off later on when you come to actually build your campaign. Right, okay, so let's go back to our PowerPoint. So that's events, bridal fairs that you can have a look at, or you can find online to find your target audience. In this case, we're looking for brides. And of course, online bridal shops. So again, what you would do is go to Google and just type in online bridal shops and see what comes up. Now, just so that this video isn't too long, I'm not going to do this here, but I'm sure you actually get the gist of what I'm actually doing. So, another thing you might want to do is just think of the big brands. Now, when I think of wedding dresses, I think of Vera Lang. So you might want to just research who are the big brands, who are the authority figures in weddings, in wedding dresses, in organizing weddings, in wedding planners. Who are the thought leaders? Now, what you would do again is just go to Google, good old Google, and type in top wedding designer, top wedding planner, top wedding caterer, for example. See what comes up. As you can see, lots of different things come up, and again, you would just go and copy the links and copy and paste them onto your Word document. And what you would do is just go to Google, and as you know, lots of different places come up, and you would just copy those links and paste them onto your Word document. Now, we chose to look at brides as a target market for teeth whitening. So everything that I've just done for brides, you would also do for grooms, and you would also do for actresses. So again, you would sit down, brainstorm, just think about everything that you can possibly think about to do with actresses and how you would actually find this group of people online. And you would do the same with models, you would do the same with speakers, presenters, or people in the public eye generally. So again, as we did with brides, we thought about everything that was surrounding the bride herself, her dress, her shoes, etc. The wedding, the caterers, I don't even think I mentioned the ring, but of course the ring, the venue, etc. Everything that you can think about that's surrounding a bride. Once you go to these other groups like actresses, models, speakers, etc., you want to do the same kind of brainstorming, as this will really help you when you're building your campaign and you're doing your audience research again in Facebook. Well, I hope you found that useful. If you did find that useful, I'd like to let you know about our special offer. What we're doing right now is offering to create a Facebook ad campaign for you to get new patients, absolutely free. And you're probably wondering, what's the catch? Well, I'm here to tell you personally, there's really no catch at all. What our company does is we build Facebook ad campaigns, we create a landing page to go along with that campaign, and we also create a thank you page for you. All we ask is that you run the ad and cover the ad costs. And if the ad works, then you're going to make money. And the idea is that if you make money and you find it profitable, then you're going to want us to keep doing that for you. And then you can engage us. But there's no point in even trying to sell you on this. We believe it will be a lot easier to do it for you for free and let the results speak for themselves. That's the good news. The bad news, we can't do this for that many dentists because it takes a lot of time. So if it sounds like something you're interested in, please click the button opposite and set up a time to have a chat. Here's why we're doing this. I always think actions speak louder than words, don't you? So I think we could get you a lot of patients, and I think we could help your business make more money. But rather than me trying to convince you of that, I'd prefer, and I think you would too, if I just did it for you for free. And then, if you like it and you choose, then you can retain us to keep doing it at a profit. That's it. There's really no catch at all. The bad news is, as I mentioned earlier, I can't do this for that many dentists as it's very labour intensive. So if you're interested, this is really real. There's no catch at all. Please click the button on the right, make an appointment, and let's have a chat. And I look forward to speaking with you.